Hey everybody, welcome back to the Hoops Post Up. Before we get started, we have a favor to ask you.
Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and follow along with us on Twitter and Instagram.
Absolutely, we're here every week to break down the latest in NBA news, fantasy, if you check out the Fantasy 5. But today we're going to start with a kind of a
Hot
hot topic.
topic.
That's right, in
Oh
the
my
news.
gosh. They're not, well, somewhat expecting this.
See, first let me introduce us. I am Pierre. With me is my beautiful wife, Velma.
Hi, everyone.
So we're here to talk NBA, and this time, interesting topic. This is about the Golden State Warriors, a team that's always in the news last several years, usually for good reason
Good
because they're
reasons.
dominating people.
Yeah.
A little different this year, wouldn't you say?
Very different. Like we know with Klay Thompson going out last season, that was going to be a tough road.
Right. And that was
Then,
before the offseason even started. They were kind of, let's say, behind the eight ball, but still expected to be a competitive team, right?
yes, definitely. Definitely. I think they were going to do just fine. And then,
Oh,
oh,
and then it happened. So let's get into the whole history of things. So first of all, we know obviously Clay out for the season. That's not changing. He was ruled out before the season even started. There's no need to rush him back, right?
yeah, you don't want to do that.
Kevin Durant, we knew he was never going to come back, right? That was pretty much. Well, I don't know. I guess some people thought he might come back, but
I don't know. I think most people knew that he was heading out. Maybe the fans wanted him to stay, but for all of
yeah,
us on the outside,
there was no
we
way.
knew he was gone.
Dub Nation, yeah, maybe y'all held out some hope, but we knew he wasn't
Yeah.
going to go. I didn't necessarily know he was going to go to Brooklyn, but it wasn't going to be with the Warriors. So, anyways, that's a major piece. We say, okay, well, they won without him, right? They won before he got there. Okay, Clay's out, that hurts. But then this season happened. So let's break down the kind of chronology. It starts out, they get they got something handed to them in game one, the season opener, right?
Yeah.
Got blown out at their new home, no less.
Brand new
And
stadium. Fans are ready to go.
fans were
Season ticket holders
oh
are
so
all
disappointed.
hyped.
We don't take any joy in this. But anyways, got blown out and
Aw.
back-to-back losses. But that was, I guess, the insult. And then came the injury.
Yes,
So the
yes.
big injury, obviously.
Wow, Steph Curry, broken left hand, right? Broken left hand.
You saw that fall,
Not
very awkward.
good.
And so
Bless his
out,
heart.
I believe 3 months.
I said 3 months, right? 6 to 8 weeks
Yeah,
on a
6 to 8
typical
weeks
injury.
just to heal, and of course, then the recovery time,
Recovery.
get back into shape,
Hmm.
and at this point, why rush it back? So the first question I want to ask you, because they say 3 months, by that point, it's a little bit past mid-season. Should he just sit out the whole season? Like,
What? No, I don't.
well, why not? At this point,
Why? I mean, come on. Poor Warriors fans. Poor. Like, come on.
oh come on,
It's going to be painful enough as it is.
oh, it's already
Yeah,
painful.
I mean, seriously, why are you going to sit out? Be a competitor, get on the court, and make something happen for the rest of the season.
Okay, so you're not a fan of the sit out the year and just come back
Oh
and
my
take it.
gosh.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So here's the thing. We'll find out. The question, as you guys see, is: Are the Warriors tanking? Will they tank? Should they tank? Um, so okay, Curry's hurt. That's bad luck, right? I mean, besides the Clay bad luck, that's bad luck. You got your two best players are gone for the season and for half the season.
Okay, so what happens? The Warriors play the
But
Spurs, and who gets hurt?
who gets
Supposedly,
supposedly now here it's a
I don't know.
little
That's
fishy.
a little funny because he mentioned Tim Duncan when he was talking about how painful it was, couldn't like recover from those losses. Draymond Green, seriously?
Okay,
All of a sudden he has some kind of finger
let me ask you this,
injury.
watching the game, because you were watching it, do you remember seeing a play where he
Oh my
was
God.
obviously hurt,
Just did
writhing in
David Robinson
pain?
eyes.
Was this like a noticeable injury?
No, no, I didn't see
I
anything
don't
that would
remember it.
cause
Maybe I'm just
us to be alarmed. Hard fall, nothing,
a little
nothing.
suspicious that this came out after the game, right? He
Yeah.
didn't come out and make it after the game revealed, oh, I sprained my finger, and oh, wait a minute, and then the next day it's I tore ligaments in my finger, and
Yes,
it
it
keeps
was
getting a little more
bizarre. It was
intense,
and more layered
more
throughout.
like
I
yeah.
don't know.
And then there was even like a cover story. He's like, "Well, that's why I was using my other hand to dribble and making one-handed passes." Like, I don't know. Maybe we need to go back and watch the film. Like, have like a tape study.
Yeah, we should do that. We should do that to kind of just hone in and see
Uh,
where it actually happened.
Kind of
Mm.
a suspicious injury there. So okay, fine, whatever. Like that'll happen. Maybe it's legit.
What do y'all think? Comment below. Tell us what you think. Do you think they're tanking? Do you think they're purposely making this
Well,
happen for themselves?
well, here's the thing. Okay, so that's one thing, right? You say, okay, maybe just bad luck, right? It just so happens their two best players got injured.
Right.
But here's the next thing.
Ah,
Who's their next best player? I guess you could say if you want to put it that way.
uh,
Curry's out. The big
whatever's left, right?
acquisition,
Okay.
D'Angelo
D'Angelo
Russell.
Russell. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
expected
Oh.
to kind of fill the void for Curry. He could be, all-star caliber player with the Warriors. And then what?
He has some ankle injury.
Some ankle injury. His ankle, poor ankle, is
Oh,
sprained.
oh my God.
Once again,
Seriously.
a little suspicious here. Didn't notice him.
All of a sudden, like I
Stepped
don't
on.
remember, they've always managed minutes. They've always been careful about injuries throughout the seasons. We've
Right.
never heard of multiple injuries on a team on the players from the Warriors before. We
This
have
many at
not
once.
seen it. We have not seen it. Now back to back to back.
Now, they didn't say, oh, he's out for the season or he's out for a week, whatever. They're just, keeping him out kind of game to game. It's almost like a load management thing for a guy who's super young and no like
No
real
need for
history of injury.
management.
No, they need him, right? If they're going to win, don't you think they would want him to be
Want
out there?
him, yeah, yeah.
Okay,
But then it gets even
so
deeper.
here's
Okay, and we have to
yeah,
I don't know this condition. I'd have to look a little bit behind, like the backstory.
right.
I don't know. I don't want to make light of
Not
situations,
gonna.
health
And
issues,
you know what? Okay, well, I'm
concerns.
glad you said that. Let's clarify. We're not calling
Mhm.
out the players by
No,
any means, and we're not
no.
saying that faking injuries, anything like that. This is about the front office, right? This is about the front because let's just tanking doesn't come from the players, right? Players never want
Players
to
want to
lose. They
play.
want to play.
They
They want
want
to
to be on
win.
the court.
This comes from the staff, right? The front office, GM, whatever.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but here's by far the shadiest of all these things,
Right.
right? Not a star player, but still.
Kevin Looney.
Looney is expected to be their
Yeah,
starting center, kind of
yeah.
a important rotational piece. He's a guy, he'll kind of fill in the void, one of the pieces that was missing. But he has now, what was the term they used?
They said neuropathic condition.
A
Neuropathic
neuropathic
condition.
condition that, according to Steve Kerr, supposedly he's had it for years, but now
Just now.
just now, all of a sudden, it's affecting him and he can't play.
Hmm.
What's your take on that? How
I
he
don't
just,
know. I think conspiracy.
I,
I
just-
think, what are
I
they doing
mean,
over there? To me, it's like, this is going to be too painful. We may as well
just
tank our season and
rest
make something
everybody.
happen. I
Uh,
don't know.
Now, I would
Oh,
say I'm not big on conspiracies, but that's a lie because I am. I totally love conspiracies. And I'm big on
who
conspiracies.
doesn't?
NBA,
Who
though.
doesn't?
Okay,
Come on.
the NBA
Uh,
is all about conspiracies, right? All the way back to Patrick Ewing getting the #1 overall pick in
are
New
you
York.
kidding?
You remember that.
Cavaliers. How many times
How
are they
many
going to get the
times?
#1 pick?
Okay,
Please.
don't get us started on that.
Yeah,
Okay,
please
but this
don't.
conspiracy has some teeth to it. Okay, you don't have guys who day after day after day have different injuries, half of which we didn't even see happen. Like we
No.
saw Steph, right? That's legit. We
Yeah,
saw the
yeah,
wrist and all that. Okay, fine.
yeah.
We didn't see this finger thing with Draymond as a little suspect. Maybe he's got something going on, but torn ligaments.
Hmm, I don't know.
And then this last one is just like they're just making stuff up now.
Yeah, and like I said, well-being for the player, not thinking any of that. But where is this coming from? Why all of a sudden it's here and
I
they're
hope
not
it's not
doing
legit.
their record? It's what, 2-5? They're 2-5. Let's talk about this.
Mhm.
They're actually on. They're ranked what, 12th?
Right now, yeah.
Tied with Sacramento.
That's hard to believe. The Sacramento. Well, now, if we're talking about the '80s, then yeah, it's easy to believe. The Warriors and the Kings, that's where they
That
belong.
was
That's where we
it
grew
back
up
then,
watching
right?
basketball. That
That
was
was
it.
it.
So this
Yeah.
is just like, I guess, the balance, the equilibrium.
Reliving.
Except Sacramento never got good in the first place. But
No,
um,
got good like that.
the fact that they're, I know it's early, but they're basically at the bottom of the West.
Yeah.
Curry's out for 3 months. Draymond, suppose whether it's real or not, he's gonna miss a few games. Russell, who knows if it's legit? Like the ankle could bother him all year. So now we gotta ask: should they tank?
I want to know. I
Should
want
they
to
tank?
know. What do you all think? Should they tank? Should they make this like, you know, I guess best case scenario? Let's try to see what we can come out with in the end.
Well, what is the best case scenario? So let me ask you, because my obvious pick that's not going to come true. My preseason MVP pick was Steph
Yes.
Curry, and so
Yeah.
now I'm absolved of that
That's
because
okay. He's used to losing with me.
yeah, well, you haven't won that yet. But anyways, let me ask you legit best case scenario for them, assuming Steph comes back in 3 months, Draymond does play, Russell is okay in a week. Um, could they even be a playoff team in the West, given the depth of that conference? Do you think that they actually could make a push and make the playoffs?
Now, I've said they would come in at 8. I said that. And you know what?
But that was before Curry's injury.
That's true. That is true. But I've also seen Houston do its thing, and they're not doing very well.
There's teams that, yeah, absolutely. There's
You
teams
know, when you
that could fall and be disappointing. There's a lot of people are big on Utah. I'm not big on Utah as much as everybody else. Are they gonna make the playoffs? Yeah, but the West maybe not as dangerous as we thought it would be.
well, they say that. Top tiers, I would still say pretty dangerous.
True.
Bottom, maybe not as much as we had expected,
So
right?
is it
Right?
even a possibility at this point for Golden State to sneak into the playoffs?
I think it's still possible.
You do?
I
Okay.
do. I
That's
do.
pretty optimistic.
I
I
do.
don't. Okay, so let me just say flat out, I think that they're done. Even with Curry, I thought maybe an 8 seed, 7, 8 seed. There's no way, right? Love D'Angelo Russell has got game, but look at the lineup. Like, just look at their starting lineup. There's absolutely no way. The guys we were watching, what was it, last night, and rolling out the starting lineup.
Oh my gosh.
How many players
yes.
did we recognize?
I think I recognized
Maybe
two.
2. Willie Cauley Stein
I
being one of
think I
them.
recognized two.
We just talked about a guy in the fantasy episode
Yeah.
who we didn't know before last week, Eric Pascal.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. So at this point, they should tank, and I'll tell you because it doesn't matter even whether they make the playoffs or don't make the playoffs. It's not the point. The point is this is a team that's used to winning championships.
Mm-hmm.
Anything less
Yeah.
is
I
going to be a
know.
disappointment
It's going to be
anyways.
hard for them
They
to
weren't going to
accept
win a
and
championship
swallow it and
anyways.
go through. Yeah, that's very true.
And we know what happens in the NBA. The worst thing you can be is a bubble team.
I know. I know. I've experienced that a lot.
I've experienced. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Mine has been a bubble team lately. Okay, so now the question of should they tank? You're clearly on the no side for this.
I don't think they should. No, I don't like tanking seasons. I really
Do you think that? I mean, does it
don't.
sets a bad
I-
example to the fans, or you just think that this is a
Everything
winning
all together.
organization?
Think
that,
about the fans who are there. I'm an NBA fan, right? So I want to watch my teams. I want to watch the players compete. So I never like tanking. I never do. And I know they're thinking of their future and maybe something, but what do they get? Does it really matter? Does it really
So
matter
that's a
getting
good
that number
point.
one pick? It sure does. If you were the San Antonio Spurs back in the
Well,
Tim
it depends
Duncan
on who
pick,
you get.
David Robinson pick. But
So some
Liam
people,
Robinson.
believers in the process, which I've torched the 76ers repeatedly for spending so many years with their damn process.
you have always
And you can
said
say,
that.
oh, look, it works.
You have always said that. With
But-
the Sixers,
But
not always the
don't
best.
tell me, before you tell me it worked, so here's what we're going to do. We're not going to look at the whole history, but does having the number one pick, if that's what they would go for, right? If you tank, it's because you want the top pick.
Depends on who's
It
up
doesn't
and
matter.
coming.
Okay, so let's first take a look back at what has the number one pick netted teams over the past couple of decades. Now, obviously, it's a little too soon to make any judgment on Zion, but so far not off to a good start, right?
Yeah. Not off to a good start. He's been injured and
Hasn't played yet,
hasn't
but
played.
we're not going to get into
Yeah.
that. No judgment there.
Yeah.
DeAndre Ayton, we
Yeah.
just talked
We
about for
just
another
did.
reason.
Yeah.
Suspended, not a good start. But anyways, he's looking like he could be pretty strong. Markel Fultz, hmm. So far, he's just now earning his way back to being a starter.
Yeah. He
Um,
hasn't done very much for the Sixers.
nope. And
Yeah.
then, yeah, they got rid of him. They get rid of half their players. Ben Simmons,
Ben Simmons.
okay, give
Good
you that.
job.
Worth the number
Yeah.
one pick. Karl Anthony Towns, obviously worth the number one pick.
Definitely.
Andrew Wiggins,
Yeah, I think
eh,
in between.
he's not a bad player,
Not bad, but
but
not
a guy that was,
number one.
franchise change. No, because again, not with Cleveland anymore. Didn't help them win. Anthony Bennett.
Wow.
Wow. Yes, guys,
Wow.
that was the number one overall pick.
Oh my gosh, the number one. Of course, we talked about the conspiracy Cleveland back to back number one
They
picks
should
there, and
not have
really,
ever had those picks.
really.
And that's what they get for.
But that's exactly.
But anyways, so then you got guys, obviously Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, legit studs.
Yeah.
Nothing against Wall, Griffin, Rose, definitely. Then you have, take a look, Greg Oden,
Yeah.
Andrea Bargnani.
Oh, Bargnani. I
Bogut had a
remember.
solid career, but not worth the number one pick.
No.
So it's very hit or miss. And then you have guys like Kwame Brown.
Yeah.
So there is just as much chance of getting a total dud, a bust, as a franchise changer.
Yeah.
So who's on the horizon possibly for the Warriors? I don't see a franchise changer on there. It's obviously very early, but I think the best hope that they might have is a guy like James Wiseman if they want a big man to kind of fill a void that they have had there for a while to complement their shooters. They got guards, but maybe they need a big man. So is that a guy worth tanking for? I don't think so. Is there a guy like Zion on the horizon?
No.
We never know, but
don't know.
I don't think so.
I think they should play it out and compete.
Should they tank? The bottom line is, I think, yes, still tank. Because even if you don't get the number one pick, you know what? The lottery and all that, you're not guaranteed number one pick. But you still might as well get a top 5 guy and get a player that you can build around because you're not making the playoffs anyways.
No, they've got enough players on their team that are good enough. Just train them.
I don't know. Well, agree to disagree.
That's right. That's what we do.
So, yeah. So are the Warriors tanking? Final verdict. Do you think that they are tanking as of this moment? Do you think it's just a little too shady, all these injuries?
Do I think they're tanking
That they
at
are
this
going
moment?
to tank.
It looks like they're tanking. Do I think they should? No. But does it look like it? Yes, absolutely. Are you kidding me? All of these injuries all of a sudden? Please. Steve Kerr, come on.
Yeah,
Do
nice
better
try.
than that.
We can see right through that. 2 yeses for me. They're totally tanking, and I don't blame them. They totally should. All right. What do you guys think? Hit us up with your comments. Twitter @HoopsPostUp. Instagram @HoopsPostUp.
Thank you so much for
YouTube.
watching. We appreciate you. Peace
All right.
and love. Peace and love.